Starting up with this one, Messi Ching was ex-manager EZT granted 20 million naira bail. The Federal High Court in Lagos has granted the former manager of gospel recording artist and performer Messi Ching Ezekiel Thangod Onyedikachuku, popularly known as EZT, bail in the sum of 20 million naira over allegations of a $397,106 foreign exchange transaction fraud. According to Justice Chukwujeku Aneke, who presided over the case, the bail must be secured with one surety who resides in Lagos and owns property of equal value. The court gave EZT 72 hours to meet the condition following his earlier release to his lawyer, Mr. Ojukwu Chikaosolu. Recall that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, initially charged EZT with 14 counts of fraudulent conversion, but later amended the charges to 7 counts, accusing him of engaging in unlicensed foreign exchange transactions. The prosecuting counsel, Bilikisu Buhari Bala, stated, in June 2023, the defendant, without authorization from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, negotiated a foreign exchange transaction worth $52,895 with one Mr. Oladotun Olaobaju Moreke. She affirmed that this act violates Section 5 and Section 9, subsection 1C of the Foreign Exchange Monitoring and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, Cap F34, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and is punishable under Section 29, subsection 2 of the same act. While EZT pleaded not guilty to the amended charges, the case has been adjourned to June 20, 2025 for trial.
All right. I don't think that there is much to actually banter about on this one, because we're just going to keep our fingers crossed and see how this unfolds at the end of today.
Yes, we will.
We'll be looking forward to the set dates. Kintin Ayinla says Salawa Abeni is his wife until the end of life. Fuji legend Kintin Ayinla has finally opened up on his relationship with his ex-wife Salawa Abeni, saying she's still his wife no matter what. While speaking with Taiju Babyface, he insisted that Queen Salawa Abeni is still his woman and her new husband Rashid Adaunse was only borrowing her. When asked about her, Kintin Ayinla said, "She is still my wife until the end of life. The man she is with is just borrowing her from me. She still belongs to me. Of course, the man she is with is just loaning her because she has no kids for him, whereas she has 3 adult kids for me." Take a look.
Well, that is how God wants it. There's nothing I can say that. That is how God wants it to be. She's still my wife till end of life.
The Nigerian celebrity couple got married in 1986 and had 3 children together before parting ways in 1994. Back in 2015, the former lovers reunited on the last day fidal and burial ceremony of Salawa Abeni's mother in Ekpe, and were reported to be on good terms, as observers said that the Waka Queen and Kintin displayed affection and intimacy. Kintin sat close to Salawa Abeni and held hands during the ceremony. Similarly, in an earlier interview back then, Kintin Ayinla said he and Salawa Abeni were still a couple no matter what, stressing that their union was until death. He said, "We are husband and wife. She does not have a child for anybody else other than myself. I am a bona fide owner, and we are together till death do us part."
This is serious.
Interesting, though.
Very interestingly serious. Because I'm wondering, yes, I understand that they're still on good terms and there is understanding between them. And this is actually not the first time he's saying this. He has said this over the years, that no matter what, either they are divorced or not, the fact that she has kids for him, she's still his wife. So I'm just wondering, she has never come out to voice her opinion on this, and he has been saying for a long time. So I would love to know what she thinks about this. I would love to hear her opinion.
Interesting stuff. But one thing I do understand is that once you already have children with someone, or you have a child with someone, there is no how that person will be a stranger to you. The person will be a part of your life forever. Even if you're not on good terms.
Yeah.
You know, you'd always have like parent duty, something that will always, you cannot just say that, you know what, you don't know that person again. It is not possible.
Very true.
So that's one I know for sure. And I like the fact that Kintin has been in the news recently for so many reasons, and I think I'm loving it because I'm sure that some people have been wondering where he's been, and especially with the fact that we took the case with Wasiu in Demasha, that is K1, the ultimate, the other time, you know, when he was saying that he did not like the fact that Kintin did not attend his mom's burial and all that. And I like the fact that when I saw something afterwards that says that it wasn't that K1, you know, he appeared like he carried all the bills. He paid everything. Like he did everything, So I learned that he did not foot all the bills as such, that he coordinated. He actually coordinated the contribution to the said burial. So that one is clear. All right, thank you guys. Let's go on this quick break and we'll be back to take the remainder of the entertainment news. Thank you indeed.
All right, we are back. Welcome back to the show, guys. It is still entertainment news on ESplash on TVC. And Tory Lanez is in the news. Yes, he's in recovery after being stabbed 14 times in prison. Canadian rapper Tory Lanez is currently recovering after surviving a brutal stabbing incident in prison that left him in critical condition. According to an official statement released by his team on Instagram, the incarcerated artist was stabbed 14 times by another inmate in a housing unit within the facility. The shocking attack resulted in multiple wounds, including 7 stab injuries to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. The statement further revealed that both of Lanez's lungs collapsed and he was placed on a breathing apparatus to assist with respiration. I quote, "Tory was stabbed 14 times, both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own," the statement read. According to reports from TMZ, prison staff quickly responded to the scene, administering emergency first aid and calling 911. Lanez was rushed to a hospital outside of the prison for further medical treatment. Fans and supporters expressed immense relief after learning that Tory Lanez is now breathing independently, speaking clearly, and said to be in good spirits despite the trauma. I quote, "He is deeply thankful to God and everyone for their continued prayers and support," his team noted. As of now, prison authorities have not disclosed the identity of the attacker, and the motive behind the assault remains unclear. Investigations are ongoing and no official charges related to the stabbing have been announced. Tory Lanez is currently serving a prison sentence after being convicted in 2023 for the 2020 shooting of fellow rapper Megan Thee Stallion, a case that attracted widespread media attention and divided public opinion. This incident raises renewed concerns about inmate safety and prison violence, particularly in high-profile cases involving celebrity convicts. And
oh, wow.
There you have it.
That's so sad.
Very sad. Extremely
That's so sad. Because, I mean, how do you stab somebody 17 times 14. And is 14 times and then is in a critical condition? It's not even one stab. Like if they are there for correctional purposes and then they get attacked, I mean, I'm short of words.
I feel like the attack was even predetermined because those were major points, like 4 at the back, 1 at the torso, the left side of his face, like those are like major points. And
it's not the first
how
time.
How did it happen? It's not the first time he's been attacked.
It's not even the first time that we hear that inmates get to face stuff like this, especially with the fact that, you know, the people in charge, the authorities in charge of the prison facilities should always just take notes because they already know that there are different things that go on there. Some people have been raped. Some men have been raped by men.
Exactly.
You know, right there. And they were not, you know, homosexuals before they got in there or something. And then so many things happening. I think that, you know, when somebody is serving time for whatever thing whatever thing that they have crime or whatever thing that they have committed, it should be strictly that, not that they are getting some extra punishments all in the name of, because they're serving at a
Being a
particular prison. You know, it's not even...
I totally understand that we all say, okay, no preferential treatment for celebrities when they're in prison and all of that. But sometimes some people already have some vendetta against some celebrities, normally, even without them being in prison. So you are in prison and they're coming to meet you. Agenda must agenda, of course.
And sometimes it's like the fan base. Somebody is supporting this person, this person is supporting the other person. And so you take it upon yourself to actually defend the person, the celebrity that you're supporting. It's totally bad. It's really unheard of. It's totally bad. And I think that I know because in some climes, they take stuff seriously.
Yes.
And I really want to believe that they will take this seriously and they will deal with it accordingly.
I hope there's footage and I wish him quick recovery. I hope he recovers very soon. But now he has a mark on his face.
Now let's check out what went down at the just concluded Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards, AMVCA, and its Cultural Day celebration, after which we will be back with Socialville. Stay here with us.
To the runway of royalty, the AMVCA Cultural Day served nothing but vibrant tradition, iconic fashion, and star-studded flair.
We're live today at the 2025 AMVCA.
This is the 11th year. I'm not sure how many years it's been for Cultural Day. Maybe like this is the third, because I don't know if this is probably the third or fourth Cultural Day. And it is such a great initiative because you cannot be talking about the African Magic Viewers Choice Award and there's no day to celebrate our culture and heritage. So thumbs up, I'm really glad.
I'm very excited to be here today to celebrate African culture. I think the reason AMVC has been consistent every year is because of the pedigree they have, the consistency, the work, the effort they put into rewarding hard work and talent. It's evident, it's obvious in all we see. So people tend to key into something that celebrates artistry, and that's what AMVC has kept on for these 11 years.
African Magic has always been in support of Nigerian culture. I mean, they took some of our culture's language, they made a channel out of it. African Magic, Yoruba, African Magic, Igbo, African Magic Hausa. You know, it shows that this company, this organization, actually does have a heart for Nigeria beyond even the whole of Africa. And I'm really, really proud to be here celebrating with them, and I'm looking forward to having a great time.
The AMVCA Awards is one night to look forward to, and I cannot wait to see everyone dressed, telling their stories in their different styles. I can't wait to see, different cultural display today. And, it's a lot more to come, so I'm here to have fun.
As we close the curtain on the rich pageantry of Cultural Day, we step into the spotlight of Africa's biggest night in film and television. Welcome to the 11th edition of the African Magic Viewers Choice Awards, where legends are crowned and stories live forever.
Hello, my name is Simi Dre, and I'm live at the AMVCA's 2025, AMVCA's 11. I'm so excited to be here.
It's the largest body that, acknowledges and promotes and encourages content creators.
I think that they're able to do this in a way that really, really sort of makes us resonate on a global stage. So I'm really happy for them to get that validation. I'm excited to be here.
I'm really excited that we have a platform like AMVCA's, which helps us to celebrate ourselves every year, come together, see ourselves, and just do a quick review of how far we've come.
Thank you to Africa Magic for celebrating African excellence. This you're doing is a motivation to every filmmaker in Africa.
There's so many women out there, they've been nominated, and we're here to say, you know what, we're behind you as TVCE especially. We want to support your industry, we want to support your craft, we want to support the work you do, and just know that we're partners in this business.
I'm so happy and really, really humbled and thankful to God. By God, best supporting actress in the film Tory's wife, and I played Moreni Cage. So I'm so happy that my hard work, my sleepless nights eventually paid off.
It's incredibly Pan-African. There are entries from all over Africa, and that makes a statement, a big, big statement. I don't think there is anything that compares to it. Not now.
This is a big win for Zambia, not only for Africa but for Zambia in general. Big win, it's a big win. It's a big win for Zambia as a country.
I'm the winner of the Best Documentary category. To put your heart into something and then to feel seen in this way and to be given a platform and a global stage to celebrate our artistry, our expression, our creativity.
Every year it's bigger, they include new categories, they take out some categories, so it's fresh year after year, and it's just the way they go out of their way to celebrate the best of African talent.
Thank you to Multi-Choice Talent Factory. Thank you to AMVCA. Thank you to our cast and crew. Thank you for everyone who loved us, who voted for us. Thank you to our Adele community. As young filmmakers, we know how crazy it is to film outside. And young filmmakers, we went under bridge for days, day and night, filming at Adeniji under bridge, and they were our security. They supported us, they were with us. We had no issue whatsoever.
We are the leaders of the pack in terms of awarding and celebrating Nigeria's storytelling.
Thank you so much for this, winning the Best Lead Actor AMVCA 2025. This means motivation. This means do more, honestly. Because I want to come back here next year to win more awards.
This particular award elevated my career, basically. So I believe it does sing for a lot of people too.
Big shout out to Africa Magic for celebrating Africa excellence. Thank you so much. Thank you for keeping the dream alive and for supporting young filmmakers like us.
It's an amazing platform, to be honest, and they're doing great to recognize the best of talent and the best of creativity out here. So I'm excited to be a part of it this 11th time.
The 11th AMVCA has delivered unforgettable moments, iconic wins, and dazzling style. Until next time, Africa, keep creating, keep shining, and keep telling your stories to the world. Nice. That was amazing. I enjoyed the cultural day. It was very rich in culture. You could see different outfits, different people representing their cultures, and even new creations, outfits I've not seen before.
It was such a very beautiful outing, I must say, and congratulations to everybody nominated and also the people that that actually won, you know, those categories that people were nominated for. And well, one thing is that, you know, if you were nominated, because I say that every time they have awards like that, and people are nominated, you know, there is always this thing about, oh, this person won, oh, this person did not win, this person was not supposed to win that category and all that. But one thing I would say is that you know what, the fact that you were nominated at all means that you're doing something fantastic. And if the spotlight is not shining on you yet, just keep doing you. I'm sure that, you know, sometimes all of these things don't actually validate your work, but it is good to be recognized. But just keep doing your thing. We wish everybody the best. Congratulations once again to every single person.
Yes, congratulations to all of the winners and nominees. Yes, that's really, really lovely. All right, on this note, we welcome you guys, and I say welcome to Socialville, where we're going to delve into the world of social media, which is loaded with every kind of wit and nastiness you can imagine. Shmoni, are you ready?
Of course.
Okay, so this first one, talking about house rent, and it says, now when you begin pay house rent, you go, no, say 1 year, no reach 12 months.
Actually, so it's running, right?
Yeah.
It's running. Before you know it, you're ready. Because, you know, where I live presently, when I wanted to fill a form and it was asking how many years I've spent there, I was so shocked. Like, it was surprising to me, who have been living there, that I have spent these years, that long, you know, because I'm like, where did I even move to this place? It
felt
but
like
yes,
yesterday.
it's always very fast. It's always very fast when you're paying rent.
Because I can still remember, it felt like yesterday when you
yes,
were
you get.
And now it's years. Sounds lovely. But it's very true, especially when you have to gather money and the landlord is reminding you, we're going to increase rent. So that's where the problem is. All right, moving on. This one says, when I don't collect salary, they squeeze face. Even greeting, when I know the answer person again.
And I thought that it is when people collect salary that they are always very friendly and cheerful. So why is it that you collect it? So I understand. I know that for some people, their salaries have already finished before
it's been accounted for. Exactly.
So I get it. Sorry.
Yeah, and some people are in debt. So once the salary enters, it's gone. All right, still talking about money and time. Danny X says, disappear for 6 months, learn a tech skill, and get a high-paying job. All this motivational as it's on. Waiting I go to chop and take guide out 6 months where I won't disappear is a question that someone asked him.
One thing I just know is that you better think about something very well. Don't just go and be listening to everybody and, you know, who says that they are motivational speakers. Just be careful.
Just do what works for you. Coming back to salary, Excalibur says, collect salary, then ignore it for at least a whole week. Wahala. Owen now responds saying, ignore as in when conductor asks me for money, I should tell him, I'm not on talking terms with my salary. People are funny. Like, how do you collect salary and ignore for 1 week? When some people, as they're already sending money, doing pam, so as it's entering, it's going out. Like, how? All these motivational speakers, now them sabi. Let's take this last one before we go. And it says, character where I use my hand build. You open your mouth. You open your rubbish mouth. They call red flag. Honeypot, over to you.
Over to me as.
Please help us explain this thing.
Anyway, my own is that you should know when you're not behaving well. Some people are badly behaved and they don't want to be corrected in any way. I'm not saying that you should not. I mean, let us just balance everything. Know when you're behaving well. So it is not that when somebody is saying that, oh, what you have done is not good, and you truly know, and it is so obvious that it's not good, and then you start saying stuff like character where I know things can be funny, but sometimes these things are not funny. So let us not be badly behaved and be promoting that.
I also need to, I also feel like I need to explain that people need to understand the difference between speaking up for yourself and being outright rude. There is a thin line between those two, and people actually need to understand when to be rude, when it's needed, and when to speak up for themselves. That's my 2 cents. And it's a wrap on Socialville, guys. We will be back with our guest after this time out. Don't go anywhere.
Here with us, our guest this afternoon is a Nigerian-born performing actor, film producer, director, whose career has made his name and face one to look out for in the Nigerian and North American entertainment scene. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the show this afternoon, Titi Kuti, aka Adetoiga, from the King of Boys film series.
Ooh. Lovely to have you here.
I was almost going to ask who the introduction was about, because it was so so nice and juicy.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even think it was me.
Okay, so that is what we do to all our guests.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Yes,
nice.
And especially with the fact that it is not that we are actually trying to jazz them up.
No, we're not.
We are saying the truth because
Exactly.
it is the work that you have done, and we make our introductions from all of this. So well done to you.
Thank you.
And welcome to our studio. And thank you so much for the good compliments that you have given us. I mean, the compliments you have given us about the studio. So you can say it again so that we can feel ourselves.
Absolutely.
Say it again.
Your studio is world class. You guys are not playing at all. Like CNN, nobody has anything on you guys.
So let me say something. It's not that our shoulders are high like that.
It's not, even though my clothes have spots already. Like, my own is ready-made.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, and welcome to the show. Sure. I mean, I've been reading about you when I learned that you were coming on the show, and I saw the things that you have done. In fact, the latest, I don't know whether to call that the latest, but Color of Love. And, you know, it was so inspiring. It was so fascinating to me. And I'm like, okay, so let's talk about this. But then let's go back to Adetoiga. I mean, let's talk about what this, being that character in King of Boys, did to you. How did he, I know that it was not your first time of acting, but then did he do anything to you? Because some people are grateful for certain opportunities that were given to them.
Yes, absolutely. So it's a journey, actually. I always tell most of the younger practitioners, like, look, acting, entertainment, content creation particularly is a journey.
Yeah.
I have to be ready for the journey. And there is always a monumental point where there's a turnaround project that changes everything. But you never know when that point will come. So you have to put your passion into every single project that you have an opportunity to be on. So I would say at that spec in time, King of Boys was that project for me. And I didn't take on the role or the character because I knew it was going to be explosive like that. I just put the same amount of dedication and diligence I put to every project. And then so when the results started coming, you know, it felt like icing on the cake, because for me, I just wanted to contribute to a project that was going to be a footprint in the sand of time. Like from reading the script and knowing who the director was, I already knew that that project was going to change Nollywood. Oh, wow. And it did. It did. I mean, afterwards, you can see that most of the projects that came outside had a new standard to meet up with. So that's what it was for me.
So it put you on another trajectory entirely.
Oh yeah.
All right, so away from King of Boys, after that, a lot of people know you're an actor.
Yeah.
But what they don't know is that you are a humanitarian, and then you're a producer and a director, and you have so many other talents. Because the moment people see one person, they're like, oh, yeah, he's an actor. And what else can he do? Maybe YouTube movies or something. But you have gone ahead to show that apart from doing the norm, the regular, you can also do other things. And like she said earlier, you have The Colors of Love, which is out, and it's been going to different film festivals.
Yep.
So I'm going to start with the film festivals. I've noticed that in recent times, a lot of people, once there's a new movie out, either a short film or a proper film, they take it straight to film festivals. What does that do to your movie, apart from putting it into those markets?
So I can speak for my movie.
Okay.
Different people go to film festivals for different reasons.
Yeah.
So Color of Love, for me, was my leg into the North American market as a producer. And basically, for about 2.5 years now, I've been more focused on pushing Nollywood on the international front. And that, for me, was the defining moment where I had the opportunity to work with cast and crew who practice filming abroad. It was an opportunity for a fusion between Nigerian actors and foreign actors. Basically, where I'm hoping that our industry gets to in the near future, which is to break into an ecosystem of wider market. So it was, I would call it an exhibition project. And it's gathered lots of accolades. Like I had the mayor of my municipality come on my location.
Yeah, they were even recognized.
Yeah. So and the thing is, there are not too many Nigerians that are doing production on that scale. So it was a breath of fresh air at the time for my other colleagues who were also part of the project, and basically showing the Western world that we have producers from Nigeria that can actually shoot world-class films.
Fantastic.
So that's what has taken me to film festivals. Like I've been to about 9 countries so far touring this same film. It's not on distribution yet.
Okay.
But the thing is, when you go there and the people who watch the film, other filmmakers of repute from all around the world who attend the film festivals, they see the production, they see the quality of the production, and they hear that it's a Nigerian producer. So that kind of, it serves some sort of an ambassadorial role for all of my colleagues. And hopefully, in the next 2 to 3 years, we can have those co-production treaties with foreign countries where we can always exchange ideas and content.
That's amazing.
Great. And I am so interested in the fact that you mentioned, having, ambassadorial, positions and all of this, and then you are a UN ambassador of peace, right? Peace. Fantastic. So I would like to know, because yes, you've done works, and it is good that the spotlight is on you already, and then you have this recognition and all that. I mean, what is the criterion of having such a role? And then we talk about image makers. You have people, because there are so many people who are good with whatever they do, their craft and all that, but they don't have that. They're not in the limelight the way they should be in the limelight. I really want to know, is it about employing like an image maker that was pitching you to different people that made you get to that level, or how exactly did you get there? I'd just like to know. Perhaps it's on somebody's mind.
Well, most times, in my case, these guys had been watching me for about 1.5 years or 2 years, or maybe even longer, and I didn't know. So all I do was I kept the passion for my craft consistent. And even before publicity, before I got very popular, I've always been a humanitarian in my own right. And a lot of times, even in the municipality that I reside, in Toronto, I always participate in community events and stuff. I always, especially when it has to do with entertainment and the craft.
You put yourself out.
Yeah, so I'm always happy to support, and like my short film that I shot now, everybody that was hired was a resident of Toronto pretty much. So, I mean, in the little way that I could, I provided employment, and I contributed to, growing the ecosystem. Nice. So it's basically, in any sphere that you are, the UN would always, they have several agencies that are scouting for people who can carry their image.
Make yourself responsible.
That's it.
Make yourself visible.
That's it. So as long as you keep consistent, you keep passion, and there's always a distinction when people are looking at chasing after money, and when people are purpose-driven.
Genuine.
Yeah. So the purpose can't lie. It can't hide. because it's original. And the people who want to associate with that would definitely spot you out. So that's how it happened for me. I don't know, maybe some other people had image makers that pitched them, but for me, it was strictly a merit-based appointment.
I get it.
Okay, we have a lot more to talk about with you, but right now we need to go on this commercial break. And when we do get back, Titi Kuti will still be in the building.
Is the fact that you're...
All right, welcome back to the show, guys. It is still ESplash on TVC, and we have our guest who will also be serving as a guest presenter. So, you know, we've always got your back with everything movie-related on Tuesdays. This right here is your ultimate guide to this week's must-watch films. It is time for
Movies at the Movies.
Hollywood, Adoni Ogidonbirin. Adoni, a fearless and passionate barrister, finds herself trapped in a land oppressed by a ruthless tyrant. Fueled by an unyielding desire to fear her people, she must find a way to challenge a system built on fear and corruption and restore justice to her community. But in a world where power reigns supreme, will her courage be enough to spark a revolution? Actors in the movie are Nancy Isime, Odunlade Adekola, Iyabo Ojo, Tina Mba, Lateef Adedimeji, Patrick Doyle, Muyiwa Ademola, Shola Kosoko, Kepi Ekpeyong, amongst others. Wow.
I love the infusion of culture into that particular one.
Yeah, and to start a revolution, you always need one person to start, to begin. So what do you think about all these movies that we have in Nollywood now, especially when you have a female or a male pioneer leading people?
So I think, like she said, the fact that we're embracing our indigenous stories tells that we are ready to embrace originality. And we have the stories and we have the market.
We do have,
of course.
So for me, one of the films that I found, I wouldn't say found offensive, I was a little disappointed about it.
Which one?
It's, what's this film? The one that, is it, what's the name again? This guy who's a pastor now was in it. It's a foreign film. Viola Davis.
Oh, yeah,
Woman King. Beautiful actors, but you can tell that there was no interpretation of the story because I know the story of the Dahomey people.
Yes,
so
I get it.
We don't have to wait until people from abroad come to
tell our own stories
because they're not going to tell it right.
Exactly.
So what is going on now? I mean, right now we have about 3 film villages that are all set up for epic indigenous films, and we have big shots like Kunle Afolayan and other guys that have all the equipment, world class.
Agree.
Yeah, and are willing to shoot these films on that level.
Agree.
I mean, look at what happened with Anikulapo.
Yes,
it went global. So
yes,
we have the market.
I totally love it because even at Oscars, what they're asking is for our originality, and that is totally fine. And because of the time that is not really on our side right now, we have to get to the second one. And in Hollywood, The Accountant 2. When our former boss is killed by unknown assassins, Treasury agent Mary Beth Medina is forced to contact Christian Wolf to solve the murder. With the help of his estranged but highly lethal brother, Brax, Chris applies his brilliant mind and less than legal methods to actually piece together the unsolved puzzle. As they get closer to the truth, the trio draw the attention of some of the most ruthless killers alive, all intent on putting a stop to their search. Actors include Ben Affleck, John Menthol, Cynthia Adai Robertson, Daniela Preda, Alison Robertson, J.K. Simmons, Robert Morgan, amongst others. Oh, wow.
I would love to watch this one.
I would definitely love to watch that one.
Action, everything.
Yes. And so we still have Titi Kuti here.
Yes, we do.
And of course, apart from Colors of Love, are there other things in the works for you would like to know? Let us into your world.
Yeah, so I just finished shooting the film called Dogs of Mexico before I came to Nigeria.
Wow.
Yes,
hey, you're not taking it easy at all.
So the film was shot in 5 countries, and it tells the story of a Mexican cartel. It's so typical, like it's... Interestingly, the writer is a Nigerian.
Oh wow!
So yeah, I think you see some of the clips from Mexico that we shot. We shot some scenes in the United States. We shot some in Europe too. So it's a proper story written, and for me, that's the next level. Like
I'm here for it.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's set to premiere at Toronto International Film Festival later this year, and then afterwards it's going to be on I'm not sure if it's going to be Amazon Prime or Netflix, but it most likely will be a global distribution. Yeah. And then I have another project again that I will be working on probably towards the end of August here in Nigeria. So there's these two guys, they are Hollywood directors, Christopher Miles and Angel Valerio, that have had an interest in
Africa and Nigeria.
So we met, as a matter of fact, I met both of them at the first two film festivals that are premiered Call of Love. And that's what sparked the conversation.
Oh, wow.
So somehow we've been able to have a discussion, and they're very interested in doing some sort of an experiment show, like maybe a film that they can act in. And I'm very sure that we'll pull it off.
Yes,
I'm also looking forward
to
bringing them here, having them experience the Nigerian culture, and also giving the Nigerian actors an opportunity to meet a Hollywood director, things like that. So, but we're like, let's say 90% ready. They have the money. It's not the money that is the problem. So it's just having somebody to trust that can show them around. And they took their time to inquire into my background before they. So it's finally going to happen.
Middleman. That's really, really lovely.
Thank
so
you
how
so
can
much.
people reach out to you on social media? Because I'm sure there's a lot more you have to say, but they would find out on your social media. What's your social media handle?
So my handles are my name. I'm not a Gen Z, so I don't have all these extra.
Yeah, I get it.
Once you type in Titi Kuti, or if it's Ade Tiger, you remember, just type it in on all my social media. It's
fantastic. Thank you so much, Ade Tiger, for coming on the show today. And that is it. I have done this with Lady Cat. My name is Honeypot, and of course, we'll catch you tomorrow. It will be our top 10 countdown. You don't want to miss out for the world, okay? You take care of yourself, and we will see you.